on, United! Oh yeah, let's be freaking having you, Chelsea. What happened? We just freaking done them at the bridge. Have some of that, eh? Oh my days. How's it going, everybody? It's the Flying Pig here on Flying Pig United. Come on, my son! Get in there. United have just seen off Chelsea at Stamford Bridge, away from home, 2-1. 2-1 to Manchester United away at Stamford Bridge. Absolutely bloody amazing result that is. We've knocked them out the Carabao Cup. Fat Frank Lampard's succumbed to Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's tactical genius. Not once, but twice this season already. It's absolutely bloody amazing. Let me know I'm coming through loud and clear, lads and lasses. How are you all doing tonight? Thank you very much for stopping by and getting in here. Let me get into this game of football. So United have just beaten Chelsea 2-1. Was it the most enthralling, entertaining, attacking, dominating performance by Manchester United? No, not really. But we've gone there. Ole Gunnar set the team up spot on, really. Set them up with the 3-5-2. Wan-Bissaka and Williams as the sort of flying wing-backs, if you like, and also doing defensive duties. Absolutely brilliant tonight. The back three, a little bit ropey at times, but definitely did enough. I mean, I think the key to the game tonight was just to stop Chelsea from playing. What they've been good at recently under Lampard is scoring goals, is cutting teams open, is playing attacking football. The other aspects of the game, the defensive aspects, the creative aspects, whatever you want to say, it's not right up there. But in terms of getting the ball forward, in terms of scoring, Chelsea have been looking really good recently, which makes this result even more impressive for Ole Gunnar and United, because let's not forget, they would have been looking for redemption. They would have been wanting to play Bob Marley's redemption song after this game. But unfortunately, they can't do that. They had a nightmare today. Chelsea, the first 45 minutes, they couldn't create anything against Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's United. We defended, we were compact at times when we needed to be, and we always had that option and that threat up there with Daniel James and Rashford up top there with that pace for days that they've got. We've got no midfield, everybody knows that. We've got a shite midfield, you might as well play with back bloody seven, which is what Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has done. Now, I don't want to see us playing like this all the time, but there is a time and a place for that. Going away to Chelsea at Stamford Bridge is a time for the 3-5-2. It's time to be defensive, it's time to sit back, it's time to counter-attack. That is when you do it. Now, when we're coming up against teams like Norwich, like the other day, I don't want to see us playing that way. I want to see us on the front foot. I want to see us, playing the 4-3-3, attacking. That's how we need to do it. Unfortunately, for Chelsea, they just couldn't break down Manchester United in that first half. The second half was better for them. But really, it was all about that man, Marcus bloody Rashford. Marcus Rashford, 21 years of age. Let's just talk about him for a bit because, crikey, he's come in for a bit of stick this season. I've given him some, you've given him some, every best has given Marcus Rashford some stick this season, because in front of goal, he's not been absolutely fantastic. He's had his moments here and there, don't get me wrong, but he's missed a couple of penalties, his free kicks have been absolutely awful all bloody season long. Like, what is he even doing on free kick duty? Well, it turns out there's a bloody good reason for it, because today, he's banged one in that can only be described as a Ronaldo-esque knuckle puck. Over the wall, chicken dipper! Into the top left-hand corner. Bloody fantastic it was from Marcus Rashford. Honestly, it had me creaming all over the place. It was a total mangasm is what it was. So, Marcus Rashford's finish there. That goal was absolutely mesmeric. He's also kept his cool and beaten Caballero to score the penalty in the first half as well. So 2 goals from Marcus Rashford, and in particular that free kick at the time in the game where it was, the pressure that you must be feeling, the fact he's only 21, the fact that we've had awful attempts by him all season long, and he only goes and pulls it off in a big game like that against Chelsea. Come on, my son. Marcus Rashford, man of the match for me, easy. Got the penalty. Daniel James has won the penalty. Shout out to Daniel James for another good performance as well. I mean, I want to get into the individual performances on the pitch there, but just a shout out to you all who are tuning in. Thank you very much for stopping by here. Olivia Alves, how you doing? Thank you very much for stopping in here. Great to see you. Comments, totally agree. Such a shame I missed the game though. Well, you can catch up on it. I'm going to certainly catch up on the Liverpool-Arsenal highlights because I wasn't able to watch that one. That was on 5-5, that one finished with Arsenal losing on penalties. So everybody who's tuning in, Richard James, Matt Lewis, the Primo Gungshi, thanks so much for stopping by again on the post-match show. Do us a favour if you are in here, smash a cheeky little like on it. So let's get into the show then. So The performance by United today, we just did enough, basically. Defensively, it was. I was going to say it was sound, but it wasn't without its errors. We still had a few problems in there. I think the goal that Chelsea scored could have easily been stopped. Maguire's had a nightmare. The ball's been played into the centre circle over the top there. Harry Maguire's rooted to the spot like a bloody bell sprout, like I said. When we needed a bloody hot flame breathing Charizard at the back, we were stuck with Bellsprout doing his best Victor Lindelof impression, rooted to the bloody spot. And Batshuayi's actually beaten Slabhead Maguire to the head. What are you doing, Harry? You know, that was a bit poor defending from it, allowed Batshuayi through. Batshuayi's just surged forward towards goal. Rojo's tried to get a block off. It's gone through his legs. Fantastic shot, fantastic finish past Romero. And Batshuayi scored a brilliant goal, to be fair to him. But the chance should have never came. It was piss poor defending by Maguire and United in general, so I'm not happy about that one, because I was just feeling positive about Maguire, maybe turning the corner, maybe getting that consistency into his game for United. We saw it at Leicester. I want to see it now for United. But I must say, you know, he didn't have a good game today, did he, Harry Maguire? He made a couple of errors. Good enough, though, in the end to see them out. And don't get me wrong, did some other good stuff along the way. But I'm just talking at key moments in key games at the top level here. You can't afford to make such silly little errors that he made. It could have gone a different way today for Harry Maguire, you know. Could have been punished for a couple of the errors that we made. Rojo, I thought, did decently throughout, to be fair to him, apart from, you know, he did get nutmegged for the goal. Lindelof, didn't really see a whole lot of Lindelof today, which I'm guessing is a good thing. Because, you know, usually when you do see Lindelof doing anything, it's some sort of a bloody calamitous error. So that was good. He had the whole back three did okay today. You know, nothing too much to worry about there. Wan-Bissaka over on the right for United. Just what you'd come to expect from Wan-Bissaka, really. Just solid as a bloody rock. Absolutely awesome. Brandon Williams over on the other side as well. Crikey. Forget Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw can do one. Forget Ashley Young. Send him off to the bloody glue factory. We've got our new left back, and that is Brandon Williams. He looks like such a bloody player. Not just going forward, not just comfortable on the ball. You talk about somebody's a teenager and is that good at defending. He really did a good defensive display today, I thought, for Manchester United on that left. And considering you're playing in that sort of back three, back five at times, you know, it's an interesting situation for him to come in there and slot in and do such a good and convincing job. So over the moon about that one. McTominay is good as he recently has been. I thought he was excellent today again. Fred Flintstone, not really too sure what Fred offers us, but, you know, it wasn't a bad performance from Fred today. Just sidey, keepy, passy ball he likes to play. Very boring. But there you go. Fred, you know, okay from him. And then Daniel James and Marcus Rashford were absolutely impeccable. Rashford's goals, the penalty to keep his cool there after missing a couple recently. Lots of pressure on him was brilliant. And that free kick, man, we'll be seeing replays of that free kick for a while because it was bloody brilliant. Marcus Rashford, come on, my son, have some of that. Now, Chelsea got it totally wrong today, I thought. Lampard got it wrong, because they just had nothing until the second half anyway. The first half's like Ollie's tactics completely nullified Lampard's Chelsea tactics. They didn't have a clue. We'd gone in at half-time. We'd had 4 shots and a goal and 2 on target. They'd had most of the possession and only had 2 shots, none on target. Like, they just created nothing in that first half. So United did a very good job. Ollie did a very good job just nullifying them out of the game for that first half. Second half came around. Lampard's spoken to the players, he's fired them up, he's made some adjustments at half-time, and they came out and they were much better second half, and they took the game to us, and it didn't take them that long to force a United error. Harry Maguire making the error, in my opinion, allowing them in, and Batshuayi with a brilliant bit of skill to bang it past Romero, gave them the equaliser. But then, of course, Marcus Rashford scored that free kick to break Chelsea hearts. It's a brilliant one. Anytime you go away to Stamford Bridge and you get a result, it's a great day, because it's a very tough place to go. Forget that they're a team also in transition, and Lampard's been, you know, not had that much time to work, and they didn't keep Hazard, and they haven't signed any quality players and all that malarkey. They're still a good team, and it's still a tough place to go. And if you look at where Chelsea are in the league and how they're flying at the moment, it's a very difficult game for Man United. So look, all credit to Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. All credit to the players tonight. They've done the business out there. The tactics were spot on. It's no good going and setting up 4-3-3 and trying to attack a team like Chelsea at Stamford Bridge. You're going to get picked apart at times, whereas keeping it tight at the back is what won us that game today. Okay, it wasn't the prettiest of performances. It wasn't full of excitement and attacking verve and all that sort of stuff, but it was a clever performance. It was a grinder of a performance. It was a good tactical performance by United and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. So I'm over the moon about this one. Have some of that, Chelsea. You know, anytime we knock Chelsea out of any cup, it's a bloody great day. Comments coming in. I'm going to get onto your comments now. Thank you very much for tuning in. Matt Lewis comments, goal of his career. I guess you're talking about Rashford's free kick there and not his penalty. But yeah, his free kick was bloody amazing, wasn't it? Complete knuckle puck. It's like he's been trying to do it just like Ronaldo for a long time, and he hasn't been able to do it. It's like, move on, okay? You're clearly not Ronaldo, Marcus, in the free kick department. Well, today, he's staken a very good claim to it, because that was a brilliant free kick. Gungshi in the house as well comments, it would be nice to win this and get a bit of silverware this season, even if it's only the Carabao Cup. Hey, Gungshi, I'm with you, pal. Like, the Carabao Cup's one of those tournaments. It's just a bloody Mickey Mouse Cup. But what are United realistically going to win this season? You know, it's an important one for us. Plus, when do you play the final? It's like in February. It's the first trophy of this season. It's already something to be successful for. Realistically, United are not going to have a lot of success this season. Sure, we're in the Europa League. I don't really expect us to progress far in that competition. Hopefully, I'm wrong, but I don't. And then in terms of top four, in terms of the league, we're not winning anything. So I think it's a good competition that United could win. We've knocked another good team out there. Who've we got in the next round? That's what I'd like to know. But yeah, I mean, I think Rashford's done brilliantly in this game. I just want to give extra shout out to him. I know I've already talked about it, but you know, considering how much stick he's come in for recently, he's only 21. The fact that he's had so many free kick opportunities this season and made a blunder on all of them pretty much, and the couple of penalties that he's missed, to hold his nerve for that penalty and slot it away and give United the lead, brilliant. And then to get United back in the lead with that unbelievable free kick, which anybody in world football would have been proud of, whether your name's bloody Cristiano Beckham or whoever. It doesn't matter. Like, everybody would have enjoyed smashing that free kick into the top left-hand corner. It was an excellent connection, excellent execution. Marcus Rashford, bloody man of the match by a mile. Great win. And I agree with Matt Lewis, it probably was the goal of his career in terms of just execution and class. Maybe that winner against City was more important, but, you know, he's still only 21. I keep saying this to people, like, okay, it's easy to criticise him when he puts in a bad performance, but he's still learning. He can't be expected to be a ready-made, polished player as of yet, because he's still developing. He's still only 21. Give him another 2 seasons at the top level, and fair enough, if you're 23, or if you're like a Dele Alli and you're not performing anymore, then fair enough, your development is halted and you're shite. But Rashford's not. He's 21. He's still improving, he's still learning, and he's been a big game player for us right now. Chelsea's a bloody good team, you know. They are. Okay, maybe they didn't have their strongest team out there tonight, but they still had a quality side out. They still had some very good talents out there on the pitch, and Lampard's been doing a great job with them. They were high on confidence. So the fact we've gone there and done them like that, it's bloody amazing. Serious Lee comments, how good was McTominay tonight? Yeah, I mean, he just works his socks off. Like I was saying in the watch long, like, he bleeds for Man United. He bleeds red for Manchester United. You can tell that he loves being a United player. You can tell that he's fighting his socks off for absolutely everything in the centre of the park there. We need a player like that. We've been lacking in those characters, lacking in those players with that sheer bottle and that true competitive edge. And I think he's the type of player, he'll run through bloody glass for you. He really will. He'll run through brick walls for this United side. And McTominay, to me, yeah, another great performance from him. Loving what I'm seeing. Derek Jason, have a good evening, mate. Thank you very much for getting in there. Good night to you. Sweet dreams. I'm sure they'll be very, very sweet now. James Mellier comments, Rashford for me was 10 out of 10. Yeah, the 2 biggest incidences in the game, he slotted away. Very, very good indeed. Also stretched them. You know, he didn't get a lot of, because of the way we were playing and the fact that we're playing on the counter with that 3-5-2 and Rashford's up there with James. It's like a lot of the time they're sort of feeding off of not very much. You know, we get the ball back, we hoof it up there. It's on them to do something. And they did it enough a couple of good times. James Mosscrop, shout out to you, my friend. MUFC Philip Murphy comments, Ollie needs to stay with 4-3-3. It suits the team so much better. We do need signings still in January, but obviously that's up to the evil owners. Fair play, Philip Murphy. Great comment. Yeah, I mean, I want to see the 4-3-3 stuck with the games where we should be winning. I was talking about this in my live stream, but yeah, like for games against Norwich City or teams that we're expected to beat, we should always be trying to play with a 4-3-3, always trying to be cutting teams open, attacking, being on the front foot, having the lion's share of chances and creation and all that good stuff, and being that classic United side. But sometimes it does call for a more defensive outlook. It does call for a more defensive mindset, which is what was the case tonight. Going to Stamford Bridge, Chelsea away from home, you've got to set up defensively, I'm afraid, and try and utilise our pace up top there, hit them on the counter, keep it very tight at the back there, don't allow them anything, and try and nick the game. That's what we did, and we absolutely executed that fantastically well tonight. Solskjaer needs all sorts of plaudits on this one. Tactically, he got it spot on tonight. I mean, did you see that first half? Chelsea were not in the game at all, and it wasn't down to effort from them. They just could not find a way through. They couldn't get through United's team. Of course, they changed some things at half-time, but I just think we got the tactics spot on tonight. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer needs the credit, but yeah, I'm with you. I think 4-3-3 against the lesser teams all day long need to be taking the game to the opposition, unless they're, you know, a Liverpool or Chelsea or a Man City or someone where you're just going to leave yourself exposed if you do that. Like if you come up against City with the way they play their football, and you just play an attacking style, sure, you might get lucky and you might actually win and cut them open and score more than them, but they are going to exploit holes in your back line and stuff like that, and they will move it quickly on the counter and hurt you, so you can't always do that. That's what I'm saying. Canton R7, how you doing, mate? Great to see you in here. Comment, still no goals from open play. Let's not get excited. Hey, fair enough. You know, it's not fantastic. We haven't scored a lot of goals this season. But open play, set pieces, bloody corners, indirect, direct, I don't really give a shit, pal. As long as we're scoring the goals and we're getting them in the back of the net and winning the game. But I do understand what you're saying there, though. Like, you know, it would be nice if United could create, if United could score some goals, fluidly attack, and have a lot of chances, which we didn't really do. I'm just going to get into the, you've reminded me, actually, I just want to have a look at the match stats of the game to see how it finished up in the end. So I think we did invite Chelsea onto us in the second half, which is a big reason why they equalised, because we did seem to just take our foot off the pedal. We were just sitting back even more so. It was like the Liverpool game in that sense. We had the opportunity to maybe kick on, maybe try and get another one, kill the game off, but we didn't take the opportunity. We just allowed them back onto us and hoped to defend out the game, and that was an error in my point from the way we set up for the second half. Actually, Ollie doesn't get 100% plaudits for this one, so I thought that was a mistake, and it actually allowed Chelsea back into the game. One mistake from Maguire, Batshuayi's in, he bangs it in, and suddenly it's 1-1 when it could have gone anyway. But yeah, the match stats: 65% possession to Chelsea. Excuse me, they've had 12 shots to our 7. And we've had 3 on target, they've had 2 on target, they've had 7 corners, we've had 2. I mean, you know, there's not much in it there, to be fair. Possession doesn't win you games. Possession doesn't mean anything. I'm not looking at that stat thinking, oh, we got dominated because of possession. No, they didn't do anything with their possession. The shots are flattering as well. That all came at the end there, all just hit and hope bollocks, really. Everybody who's tuning in, get your thoughts and opinions in. I'm going to stick around for about 10 minutes or so tonight, just to hear what you guys think about the performance, the result, all that stuff. Get your thoughts and opinions in. Anything that you think about this United team performance tonight against Chelsea. But get in there, my son. Derek says, that lad McTominay has been outstanding all season. He's a true red, yeah. Yeah, I think he's got what it takes to be a quality United player for years to come. He's got the character, he's got the bottle, he's got the heart. He's got the motivation, the desire, all that good stuff that we want, that some of the other players that we got in the squad, who maybe are bigger name players or technically better, don't seem to have. I'd rather have 11 McTominays out there, to be honest, than a lot of the players we got. So, so yes, great shout. McTominay, definitely one of the standout players of the season so far for United, along with Daniel James, who was again excellent tonight, causing problems, feeding off scraps at times, but doing a good job. He's so quick, like he's so good at just transitioning in from defence into attack. You get the ball to him and he absolutely flies like Forrest Gump. He's away. He's absolutely gone. So Daniel James to me is a great signing, wonderful player, one of the best performers of the season. Wan-Bissaka again. Junior Red comments, do you think Ronaldo versus Portsmouth or Rashford's? It's got to be Ronaldo versus Portsmouth, I would say, personally, but Rashford's free kick was bloody absolutely out of this world amazing. Stephen Shorrock comments, Harry was struggling to handle the pressure of playing for United. Well, maybe. I mean, he is coming in there to a struggling team, But yeah, I mean, that is just a schoolboy error. Like that Batshuayi moment where he's done for the header in the centre of the park. You can't be doing that, Harry, mate. We've paid 80 million for that bloody slab head of yours. Your cranium's massive. The fact you can't get your cranium to the ball in front of bloody Batshuayi is an absolute freaking joke, lad. Like, honestly. Not happy with that at all. Thought that was a piss poor bit of defending right out of the Victor Lindelof handbook. And it was a shame to see. But there you go, other than that, he wasn't too bad. There was a couple of other errors, actually. There was one moment where he took the ball inside. The Chelsea attacker, I think it was Hudson-Odoi, is just closing him down. And he should have taken it wide and just hoofed it out. But he took it inside and hoofed it at the player. And it's like that could have gone absolutely anywhere. I thought that was a misjudgment in defending. So look, we're seeing the best and we're seeing the worst from Harry Maguire right now. We signed him for a lot of money. We're hoping he's going to be that player for us. But he's not, he's not been setting the world alight. He's not even been consistently that great. Don't get me wrong, he's not been terrible at all this season. He's done all right, actually. In some games, he's been very good. But there's just the odd error in him that I didn't see so much at Leicester City. So I'm a bit annoyed about that. Johnny Blauwald comments, we were bloody good. Yeah, we got it right today. Tactically, just made it very difficult for Chelsea and got the job done with our goals. Rashford, man of the match, definitely deserves a lot of credit because he's won us the game effectively. Rick O'Neill comments, get in there, just woke up in China. Great to wake up to. Come on, my son, Rick. Where are you in China then, mate? Maybe you can go over to Henry Hotspurs and give him a cheeky little slap for me. John Francis comments, Dan James, once again, he's our main threat this season. Well said, John. Daniel James running down the wing. I think maybe we should just replace that Ryan Giggs chart with Daniel James because he's just stunning. He seems like he's going to live up to be that good, hopefully. Look, when he came in, 21, I was thinking, he's 21, he's from the Championship. Like, Swansea, like, how good could this lad actually be? Like, if he was that good, maybe he would have risen to the top a little bit before 21. But no, it just turns out that he was just, I don't know, like some sort of dormant volcano waiting to explode and erupt all over the Premier League. And against these quality teams, because that's what he's been doing. We've got like some players, the equivalent of Mount Vesuvius out there on the pitch at times. He's explosive. He's molten hot. The comparisons are endless. Yeah, thank you very much for your comment there, John. Berber Spin with a little cheeky super chat in there. Berber Spin. Thank you, Berber Spin, for showing your support on the channel. Great man. He comments, thanks for the great content today, Mr. Pig. Gonna watch the Pig and the Hen show after this. Top man, Berber Spin. Thanks so much for getting in there with your super chat and supporting the channel as you do, man. Crikey, honestly, some of you guys tonight, you guys have sent a lot in tonight, so thank you to each and every one of you for doing that. Appreciate the support on the channel. Yeah, the Pig and the Hen show earlier was a lot of fun, actually. Yeah, if you want to see, if you've not watched it, Berber, or this goes for anybody else as well. If you've not seen the Pig and the Hen show earlier, watch it, because basically I might go a little bit harsh, but it's about an hour of pure banter towards Henry Hotspur about how shite Tottenham are. So, there you go. Thank you very much, BerberSpin9. And also, go and follow him on Twitter. I believe he's got the same handle on there. Top man. The Music Fiend comments, Ollie got his tactics from FIFA 20 gameplay. He drops back as if our defenders are world class. Fair play. Interesting comment. I haven't actually played FIFA 20, so I can't really... I've played it, but I haven't played it enough to really comment on that. Man United Van Cam in the house. Kev Ashford, great to see you in here, stopping by after the game, mate. He comments, and some were saying Rashford was finished after the Newcastle defeat. Yes, 789 attempted free kicks, but it was worth the wait. Very precise there, Kevin. Yeah, I can see you've done your stats work on that one, pal. 100%. Yeah, it was worth the wait, wasn't it? What a brilliant free kick that was. So happy for that as well. Score the winner in a situation like that, in a game like that against Chelsea. Really good opposition. Score the winner like that. I mean, it's just fairy tale stuff. Brilliant free kick. Absolute knuckle puck. It's basically like, a Ronaldo-esque free kick that he's done. Or, if you guys have ever seen The Mighty Ducks 2, it was kind of like, Keenan from Keenan and Kel. It was kind of like Keenan's knuckle puck. That's what it reminded me of, except with a football, and it's a ball, of course. So, not really similar at all. Except that it's a puck, and he called that the knuckle puck. Knuckle ball doesn't quite sound as good. Anyway, thank you very much for your comment there, pal. Let's go down to the bottom here then and see what you other legends have got to say for yourselves. Neymar Jr. comments, sure is fat. Well, it's a little bit harsh. I mean, he's to be fair, he does seem to enjoy his sweets and his puddings, to be fair to the lad. But don't we all, don't we all? The only difference is he's a professional athlete. And, I don't think he necessarily tries that. I don't think he's a consummate professional. And I'm not really basing this on a lot, just the fact that he does seem a little bit meaty at times, and also like those stats that Lukaku leaked. It's like Luke Shaw was dead last in terms of clock speed for that whole training session. I think you're not the slowest player on the team, lad, so why are you running the slowest? You know what I mean? Anyway, screw Luke Shaw. As much as I like Luke Shaw, I do think the future at left back is Brandon Williams. Not screw Luke Shaw, do you know what I mean? He's an important player for us, but Brandon Williams has got a fantastic Manchester United career ahead of him. So young, so solid tonight as well. One of the standout performers for me again tonight. He's just so bloody defensively solid, you know. Really love the way that he goes about it. Just throws his body on the line. Matt Rush comments, great subs by Ollie tonight. Hey, you've made me think of something quite important that we need to discuss actually, which was the substitutions, and Ollie, the fact that he didn't wait around so long to make them. We conceded the equaliser, and then he's made the substitutions pretty much after that. Okay, it was around about the 65th minute, the moment when most people make substitutions anyway. But you've seen in other games not bringing the other players on when he should have done, or bringing on poor substitutions. I think he did get substitutions right tonight, because if you look, we changed the formation, we changed the style. He's brought Lindelof off and put Martial on, who was very useful for the last part of the game. Lingard's come off and Pereira's gone on. Absolutely the right decision. Lingard was doing piss all. Sorry, Lingard, okay, he can press a bit. And I know he did some stuff for the team tonight, which are not really... which you don't necessarily see so much, because you're looking at where the ball is. But he does stuff for the team, his movement and all that kind of thing. And he does work. But what does he actually bring us other than that? I mean, I don't think he's creative. He didn't really have any sort of attacking threat. I think he's kind of useless for United at the moment. And, most people agree with that just based on form. He's not had a good time for, about a year now? The occasional good performance you get from him, other than that, it's just a complete load of shite from him. I mean, I've had enough of Jesse Lingard. I don't understand why Ole Gunnar Solskjaer keeps selecting him. You've got Pereira there who could play there. You've even got Mata there who could play, if you want a bit more pace, you could play, I don't know, Gomez or, Chong or somebody else. Just give somebody else a chance. You're getting proven gash when we play Jesse Lingard on the pitch. That's what annoys me. And then Ashley Young has come on for Rashford, in the 80th minute as well, just to shore things up a little bit there. So fair play, I think Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's decisions in terms of substitutions, in-game management tonight, it was better than it has been over the past few weeks for sure. Pick me, Mark comments, Williams is better than Shaw. I agree with you on that one. I would rather see him play than Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw's one of those players. He's just kind of like, sometimes he's great, sometimes he's average, but he's never really set the world alight for me at United. And I know he's still young, and maybe that big injury layoff that he had with the broken leg has really hindered him. But he just doesn't seem to be, a consistent quality enough Manchester United player for me. Don't get me wrong, still a good player for us to have, but not one of the best players, in his position in the league or even in the team right now, I don't think. Junior Red says, Pig, you're our legend and you make my day. Oh, Junior Red, top man, thank you very much. Viking Red's son, or is indeed the Viking Red, I'm not 100%. Shebsy Don comments, Lingard is absolutely shockingly bad. It's so unbelievable he's still being given pitch time. We have no mid. Yeah, it's true. The midfield was quite roped. Other than McTominay, Fred, I don't really rate that highly. I think Lingard's bloody useless, to be perfectly honest with you. And I'd like to see somebody else given an opportunity. As I say, whether it's Gomez or Chong or just somebody else, sign somebody else. But Lingard, I don't think, deserves to be starting any of these games for us. I know it's a cup game. I know we've got to shuffle the pack a little bit. I mean, I was quite impressed and quite... buoyed by the selection tonight, because it was a committed selection by Ollie. He's made a couple of changes, but generally it was one of the strongest teams we could have put out. Sure, we had Martial on the bench, but other than that, it's pretty much up there with the strongest team we could have put out, and obviously not Lingard. So he's changed a couple of things, but generally he's put all of his eggs in the basket to win the game. We have done that, thankfully. We've got Bournemouth at the weekend. Are there going to be any problems, little injuries or anything, knocks picked up in this game? Hopefully not. James Mellier comments, maybe it's time for Lingard to go. We should bring in a right winger if we're able, but Daniel James out the left and Rashford as a striker were immense tonight. I think Daniel James's best position is left wing. But when you've got Marcus Rashford in a 4-3-3 with Martial as striker, then, they can interchange. But I think maybe, Rashford on the left, James on the right, with Martial up top seems to be the best front three that we could have. Lingard, though, I think it's absolutely time for him to go. And if Lingard does go, what team is he going to go for? What team's he going to go to? I'll tell you, Salford City. That's about the bloody level, man. No, I ain't being funny. They're a decent team. They're on the up, aren't they? Ex-United connections and all that. But, come on. I mean, I just don't think he's going to go to... It's not like another top team's coming in for him. If we decide to sell Jesse Lingard, you can bet your bottom dollar, Barcelona or Real Madrid or Bayern Munich. They're not coming for it, because they're not coming in for him, are they? He's bloody bang average. Okiki Okaka comments, James is becoming a unique, important person in the team. 100%. He's been our best player this season. I don't care if he's 21. I don't care if he's come up from the Championship and he only cost 15 million, which by today's standards is peanuts. He is absolutely quality, the lad. He's our best player this season. He creates, he scores, he makes things happen, Looking at the goal scorers for United this season, he scored 3 for us. I think Rashford now has scored, 6 or something in all competitions. Martial's got about 4. So he's doing bloody well, is Daniel James. For somebody who's 21 who's a winger to contribute that way. He's got a bunch of assists as well. He won the penalty tonight for Rashford's penalty. He's doing a fantastic job, I must say. iPoddy24, how you doing? Comments, we did well, but if we're honest, we could do with... I almost read it out there, iPoddy24. Great shout, but I didn't. You didn't get me that time. You didn't trick me that time. Everybody else can read it, though, and you nearly got me doing it. It's always you. Anyway, Daniel Milligan comments, great to see a good attacking left-back again. Yeah, not just, attacking, but great defensively also. Somebody can really work that line, and if you are playing that formation as well, you need somebody that can do both. You really do. Right, guys, how long have we been going on the live stream tonight then? 30 minutes we've just hit. Crikey. Just want to give a special shout out to all of you people watching and all of you people that tuned in for the live watch along and all of you people that tuned in for the live Pig and the Hen show today. It feels like all I've done today is sit here and make videos on YouTube. And do you know why? It's because that is all I've done today. All day. But it's been bloody fantastic. I love you guys getting involved with your thoughts and everything. Michael Shows comments, Lingard can go to Bournemouth maybe. Yeah, probably a decent sort of a level for Jesse Lingard. I appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, obviously Salford City, I'm just joking, At least, Derby County or something. Corrupt Recordings comments, hard go on Rashnaldo. Rashnaldo, I like it. Eddie Otto, thank you very much. You rule too. Matt Rush comments, finally building some confidence. Is Ollie at the wheel again? Oh! Well, he's never not been at the wheel. In terms of singing that song affectionately like he's at the wheel, I don't know if we're anywhere close to that right now. He's going to have to do get a couple more positive results for that. But if you look at our next Premier League fixtures, it's like we're not that far away, are we? They're winnable fixtures. If we win the next 3 or 4 games, crikey, we could be right up there again. And then people will be singing Ollie at the wheel again. Because that's the fickle nature of football fans, unfortunately, lads and lasses. It is. It's like if we'd have lost that game on penalties tonight, Rashford didn't get that free kick, we'd probably be saying, oh, he's bloody used to Mr. Free Kick again, and he was just bang average, and his penalty, even though it scored, was rough. It's like that is, football fans are fickle, my friends, okay? I'm not excluding myself from that. I think we all are exposed to that a bit, and we all are guilty of it sometimes, because I think you just feel frustration, don't you? You want the team to do well, you want the players to do well, you know that they can, and when they don't, it's bloody heartbreaking, lads and lasses, so sometimes you build up this bitter resentment. But then, certain situations, certain games come around like this one, where it just completely makes you over the moon again, and then all is forgiven. So I just hope Ollie can continue the run. Right, guys, I'm pretty much going to wrap this one up now. Shebsy Don comments, hey, Pig, what did you think of Brandon Williams? I thought he was excellent again tonight. I truly believe he's our best left-back already, and he's only played a few top-flight games for us. I truly believe he's our best left-back already. I think he's better than Luke Shaw, and I think he's better than Ashley Young. I can't wait to see the development of him. I'm loving what Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's done in terms of bringing the youth on lately. He's talking about it at the start of the season. Took him a little while to really give youth a chance. But if you look at how McTominay's developed, you look at James and Wan-Bissaka and Rashford, how they've been doing recently. Brandon Williams has been coming into it. He's giving Garner an opportunity the other day. He is starting to do it more. And what I'm seeing is that these young players, some of them, when put in there, are looking like they can already step up and do the job for United. So I'm buzzing it. I'm buzzing over it. DJ Fergus says, Kin yes. What Kin yes? Thank you very much, DJ Fergus. Great to see you in here, pal. Marshall Growler, shout out to you. Oh my God, we rock hard. Wayne M. Comments, Fickle fans, first you are Ollie out, then back on off a couple of good results, you are Ollie in. You're supposed to support your side through thick and thin. Hey, great comment there, Wade. I mean, I agree to some extent. I mean, there's only so much dross you can take, though, before you have to look at a change for the benefit of your own football club. Like, you can't just drive yourself into the ground just by out of sheer blind loyalty. You know, so I understand you, but at the same time, like, there is a limit, my friend. But yeah, football fans in general are very, very fickle. The most fickle of which, I would say, are Arsenal supporters. Who, by the way, lost on penalties tonight against Liverpool after a hard-fought game. 5-5 that game finished. Got to check out the highlights for that. Anyway, guys, I'm going to wrap this one up. Shout out to the few people at the end here. Gungshi, Waynem, Zahir, Husno, the Music Fiend. Anybody else who's tuned in and stopped by. If I've not responded to your comments, understand there's a bunch coming through and I would bloody love to respond to everybody's, but unfortunately I can't. I try my best, but understand I would if I could. If I didn't respond to you, then come back once this video is finished. Get your comments and thoughts in the not live comments about this game of football and anything you want to get off your chest. Please do that. Scott Houstengard, shout out to you. Shebsy Don, shout out to you. All of you for watching. Have yourselves a bloody good one. This is the Pig on Flying Pig United. Do us a favour before you go. Smash a cheeky little like on it if you can, please. And also give it a share on social media if you're that way inclined. And you can subscribe too. You can hit the subscribe button and click the little bell to be notified when we post on this channel so you do not miss any upcoming videos. You've been watching the Pig on Flying Pig United. It's been a pleasure, not a chore. A complete honour to hang out with you guys tonight and today on the Flying Pig United YouTube channel. So you take care of yourselves, have a bloody good one, and if you see a Chelsea fan tomorrow, make sure to laugh in their bloody face. Anyway, take it easy. Cheers to you all. See you soon. And what day is it? Wednesday. I'll probably do some sort of a video tomorrow. We need to get like a Thursday series on the go, don't you think? Give me some ideas. That's what I'd like to know from you guys in the comment section. What video should I do on Thursday? Transfer news, transfer gossip Thursdays? Maybe it is time to bring some transfer video stuff into this channel a bit more. Not necessarily, you know, just the key ones, but talking about all this half of the bloody football news is made up from this transfer shit. I feel like I should have a piece of the pie. Anyway, I don't necessarily want to talk about just bollocks, though. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, guys, I'll see you soon. I'm rambling on here. Take it easy. Have yourselves a bloody good one. You've been watching the Pig on Flying Pig and I. Come on, United. See you soon. Stay classy, San Diego.